here, gaming and live. The internet. Ooh. Maybe that little light. Hello. It is me. We're here gaming and live on the internet. My hair is a mess. But that's okay. What up, boys? I'm gonna make sure I can hear myself on the internet. My hair is a mess. I can't hear myself. I'm gonna move my mic a little closer so you guys can actually hear me better. Hello. It's me, the time guy. We're gonna hop back into some more metaphor. So let's stop Jesus from rocking out and pull up some metaphor. We got a little far there yesterday. We didn't do too much. Really just take down the Minotaur. Get our next big quest. Ooh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. And there was an ant on my neck. Hydrate, boys. That was weird. I bought this yesterday while I was at the gas station. I bought one of those big ol' Nosses. We're gonna pop it open. Oh yeah. I love these big cans because of that pop.
Hello.
Don't push yourself too much. Now then.
Rest for the tomorrow.
All right.
Anything in the meantime, or do I have to actually go to bed? Yeah. Watching her try to go outside and be like, "Oh, you want to go to bed?" I don't want to go to bed though. Guess we rest up.
Good night.
And we depart to kill a man.
Can I come in?
Oh, it's Maria. She's small.
Want to read some more?
Not today.
Oh.
You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's
She
what
is
you're all
small
doing
and
too,
wholesome.
isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise?
I'd
The
be
next
careful
time I
making
see you
promises
again.
to this girl.
Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Maria's waiting for us to return home. Regale her with tales of strange and distant places we visit.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
Farewell, small wholesome child. What up, hot elf wife?
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
That's putting it mildly. You truly are devoted to him.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book, we met once before. on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder,
Interesting.
how could a simple book
Of course,
have
it's the church
possibly
that's
stained
banning
themselves?
books.
Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Yes, everyone wants to read my book.
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who
Democracy.
aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced, stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must
So,
clear
yeah,
my head
no
of these
ratio.
fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Nice.
Time marches
like
on,
democracy.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I just hate how democracy makes people sometimes. Like they talk about this ideal world, which is supposed to be like our world or whatever, but you know, our world's not as perfect. It's,
Juna!
but it is
Lady
fantasy.
Juna!
Who's this? New lady, who dat? Get out of the way, Crier. I want to see the lady. Oh shit. She has the most anime eyes I've ever seen in my freaking life.
Faraway sky, blue and clear.
Oh, she's singing the national anthem.
Echo my way,
This is a baseball game.
so that all may hear. One and all born to this land.
God, her eyes are very
As here
anime.
we
Who's that?
stand.
Hello? No, go back to the little friend. I don't care about these other people. Go back to the little friend. Who was that little fella? Little mousy guy. Like I'm done with the bug-eyed anime girl. Go back to the mouse friend. They only showed the mouse friend for like a second, bro. Go back to him. I don't care about these regular people anymore. I want the mouse friend. Stop looking at me with those big ol' eyes. Dang, she got some legs though. The dress is quite revealing if she like moved the wrong way, you know. That crier
Even
knows
I'm
what's
feeling
up.
the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Yeah, you get up there.
Ladies and
Cut back to the
gentlemen,
little mouse
welcome
friend,
one
though.
and all to the inauguration of the tournament for the throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Screw this guy. Go back to the mousy
Victory
friend.
to Sanctifex Forden!
I'm trying to look up a magic card real quick, but I don't.
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
I'm sure they showed the little
Moving
mousy
right
guy when I
along,
was
we
paying
come
attention.
next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
That guy's
I come
interesting.
before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
But you're bald.
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
Just one guy.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
It's crazy that people still like Luis, even though they should know what he's done.
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight.
How would this
I'm sure
even
he'll make a
work,
move
though?
soon.
Because like,
All right.
Is it
For
just
those
so that,
Count
like,
Luis
people can see us
supporters, you
more?
might want to
'Cause,
meet
like-
our next entrant. A rising socialite, a
It's
man
like,
of
how would, like,
ambition,
playing in a
godless
tournament,
and
like,
fearless,
change
the
the-
brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look
guy's
to the
dramatic.
sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger
what a
Wall.
libtard.
By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolf Kraus. In it more
Oh,
for
yeah.
the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden.
Hell yeah.
Sure to be popular
Go
by
back to the
pledging
little
free
friend.
drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous,
That guy's
it's
been mewing.
Milo Maurizio.
Look at that jawline.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
It is me. I am here. No one gives a fuck though.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
You guys are a bunch of racists.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
Nitwit. Go back to the little mousy friend, though. That's all I care about.
So, contestants, are you ready?
What?
Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
Oh, hell yeah. This guy got so... Dang, is that ours?
It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for the... It'll crash!
Whoa!
Hell yeah, dude. Who's this Chad? I think he's one of my
What
other...
the heck
Yeah.
is that?
Go back to the mousy friend.
So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
Hell yeah,
You
dude.
don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown.
Hell yeah.
For the
That dude
people,
definitely beat
for
me
the
when
throne.
he got that
Let the
jawline.
games begin.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's
incredible!
Now we get to meet our pilot guy. That guy looked cool. He got that drip, that fancy man drip. I wonder if he's our gunner. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Well, what is this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as well much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take that as a compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordination for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We gotta go to the place called Martia. Old castle, Old castle, I think, should be way south. A lot of campsites.
Wow!
Down to Mario, eh? On the craft's legs? Oh, I say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights is a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the road will be safer at the kind of speed.
Spectacular!
Bally good. Now, chinch those britches, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martia Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use
I
to
wonder
talk
if
with the
he's the
driver?
gunner.
Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto.
Gusto!
What do you think, lad? Isn't this a
Hell
rush?
yeah.
It is at that.
He's a one-piece
Like riding the
character.
wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chin wag.
Brilliant,
These guys
isn't
are
it?
very UK.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus.
Yours.
And Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite
Oh, I didn't
everything.
even see these wings.
He was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal
He
family.
just scratches them.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
I like this guy.
Nioras? Are you there? I'm coming in.
Just hitting some washers.
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
Base.
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet.
Pish and
Dash it.
toss,
Off
pish and
with you
toss
now.
indeed.
Leave me be.
Kingdom. How
You've been acting
goes?
stranger than usual.
How are you
What
today?
ails
This
you?
fine. Wednesday.
Whoa!
He's like, oh, a woman touched me.
Good God.
There it is, boys. What a beautiful carriage. His mustache is interesting. He seems to be an interesting guy.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the
I like
Prince?
his wings.
Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nioras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, his mustache. He has this Vegeta's widow speak, and then it
However,
connects to his
for a
mustache.
craft meant for the
Yeah,
royal
not bad.
family,
Trying to
it is
figure out
rather
what I should make for dinner.
excessive,
Yes.
isn't it? Did you
What's on the menu? What are
really
your options?
build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
I haven't really ate. I haven't eaten
You
since like noon.
cannot mean.
I guess I had a snack.
Well,
but I had a-
at first, certainly.
We're-
I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and, well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her, collecting
I like his
dust
coat,
in
too.
storage?
It
No!
looks like my character's
Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
Yeah, very cool mustache.
You imbecile! Haloni, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please!
Let the man cook,
Look,
bro.
Take my head if you must, milady. But leave the value runner alone.
Look,
Bali.
this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate.
I'm not sure.
For both
I got
our
ground
sakes.
beef and chicken.
Finish
I think-
your tinkering
God, I
by
can't
tomorrow and
defrost
bring
do
it to the
something
Grand
with. I
Cathedral
kinda think I want
as
to
soon
make
as you
chicken
can.
quesadillas. I was gonna say chicken
What's all
sounds
this
good.
now?
That's what I had for
You
lunch.
play the proud soldier at me and then
Get some
pluck it for your
chicken
own
quesadillas are always good.
Tis no scheme.
Love a good
I
chicken
would use it for
quesadilla.
His Highness's sake.
For His Highness,
I
eh?
had chicken and rice and green beans earlier.
Oh,
That's
a
one
tip.
of my go-to meals right now.
Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now
I
you
finished
want
a new magic
gauntlet
deck.
runner for His
Fancy.
Highness.
Which one did you end up finishing of your many?
Is His Highness still alive? That's it. I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Hell yeah. We got another homie on our side.
Is
here.
that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy.
Pish and posh.
A little faith.
I did chicken
Not
and
to
potatoes,
brag,
mac and cheese,
but
and
this
green beans for
old
dinner
duck's
last night.
craft
Leftovers
might be
for
the
lunch.
fastest gauntlet runner
Oh,
in
well,
the
if you
kingdom.
still have chicken left
Why,
over,
probably
make it into
the
a quesadilla.
world.
I think. Maybe.
I did
How
well.
encouraging.
All I
life
want is to
game.
push this runner as far and as fast as she can
Fancy.
go. Show her off to the world.
My big cascade deck is almost
Well,
done.
I
just
presume
gotta
you'd rather work
get a
together than have to war.
couple proxies here and there.
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
The cube.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western
Yeah, they said the
Principality
head,
of Oceania.
though, but, like,
It'd be a trek
he's
on
got,
foot,
like, a
but this
bounty.
gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
Big
So
bounty,
getting the
big
bounty's head
war.
is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No.
We
His
definitely
title
need
is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the
I don't know,
ambitions
man. A
of
guy
any
who
other
kidnaps
aspirant.
and sells children. That's
Our
pretty
fate
monstrous to
rests
me.
in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Nice.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And I'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric,
I like him.
but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him. I suppose.
He's best boy. Look at that mustache and that Vegeta's window speak. Gauntlet Runner has various areas of different activities, such as strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit activity by finding more interactive let's visit the engine room first, take your hands, and have a look around.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner, kind of want to see what the engine room looks like. Let's do a power save. Runner makes a smooth ride at least. Eccentricities damn autumn. Has had more concerned with the unseen working. I do hope that he hasn't made any dubious additions. The carriage can't begin to compete with the Gauntlet Runner speed as those there earn their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far more ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. Fast as fuck, boy. Let's go to the deck. Very cool. He's just chilling up there. I don't see how this thing really like works per se, but like it's very cool regardless.
Come on, let's go. What's up? Come on. Just jump.
Hey guys, it's Links. Who wants to be on the lab? As per usual. Let's check out the engine, shall we? Hey, it's cool.
Now, where was I?
Oh wow, that's kind of cool. It's like a heart.
This?
Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time in the Gauntlet Runner, eh? Oh, that scared me. Looks like those pipes are in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner working. Gauntlet runners use magnet crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you take your life in hands when you traveled the wilds, then thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast made for zero momentum loss, even as the runner on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified the craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my gal, but best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll be have some new tricks. You'll just there'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we can do. We can continue towards your destination while spending time in the Gauntlet Runner utilities and its facilities to obtain items, rare abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, and using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You also spend time with your allies while traveling, which will help you improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Damn. Never seen a guy like this before. That's like a laser. Fire on my laser.
This?
Homie, washing clothes can sometimes cleanse the mind too. Doing laundry will increase.
Understood.
Interesting.
Come on! Got it.
Speaking of,
Said that if you got the kitchen up in the runner, if you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I really consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipe he learned at the Hushed Honey Kimchi Mids. Just like, that's a weird ass bed. I would not want to sleep in something like that. Let's see what's in the future.
this?
There's mellow milk and fragrant spice. I wonder who brought these here. I could use these for cooking.
All right. All right.
Take a shit.
Right.
Survive, I can handle the sway in the carriage, but this, it's another beast. Seems like I'll need to learn to endure it. He doesn't want to. Massive door. This door must lead to the end of the Gauntlet Runner. Lock tightly to prevent accident. On the road live, when I want you going overboard.
All right, then.
Oh, here, there's something here, I guess.
Let's go.
Fast travel to the lounge. I hear it too. Bookshelf. Up. Imagination. Let's do the other ones. Ah, okay. Click this again. I think I need that. We will read the book.
What's that?
Apparently, this book teaches you to ensure others will agree with you. This section is part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to a negotiation. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuring a neutral smile and a humble demeanor. Then use flattery to probe the weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe the weak points, eh? To gain the upper hand.
Sure.
So you can get the upper hand.
No
perhaps.
kidding.
Oh, I see. I feel a bit underhanded, but I guess you need things to go your way. That's how it has to be.
All right.
I suppose I guess a bit of focus can go a long way. It helps negotiation go smoothly.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Afternoon. Night. Nice little campfire. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is encroached in darkness. Focusing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish somewhere safe, you can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any other facilities or Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also learn about your journey with your allies. First time camping in a Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing myself?
All right then.
So what are my options?
Your thoughts?
How's the riding? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, awe-inspiring, tear-jerking. This runner is such a guilty pleasure, though. Credits where it's due. My tinkering certainly helps make her what she is. Though, full disclosure, that's all thanks to the little mechanisms I whipped up together to keep her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could fly. But that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your
Hey.
You're looking for something to do. My weapons are as sharp as they're gonna get. I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a little while? Sure. Hang out.
No, then.
So next up is Martyria. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you. We went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales and times.
Speaking of
which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power of hero kings once used. If that is the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Powers.
What's that about?
Oh, I see.
I see. As king, they are given to govern their people and maintain the peace. Martial might alone wouldn't help you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and then on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to suppress the great heroes kings of old. Though all of this does make me wonder just how many more of those powers are still out there.
All right.
4 points. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. Stroll and I talked for a while. I got money for
Time
hanging out
marches
with him.
on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I love you. You can't be on my lap at all times, bro.
Good morning. Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleep quarters were more than exceeded your expectations.
True.
They were a bit better than I feared considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? Do you remember who maintains this ragged girl? Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams. I assure you, regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind us tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are great, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay? Bro, he knows what he's doing. Unlike me. You arrived in 2 days.
All right, then.
Couple things I can do now.
Well met.
You come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics. You care to indulge me around?
All right. If so,
If that's how you plan to make your advance, then. We can't make any more moves. That's the match. I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came from me from such an angle? How would I retaliate, and so on and so forth.
I'd say...
And once failed in my duties to protect His Highness the Prince. At that time I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked experience needed to properly assure the
That's
rules.
why.
'Tis for that reason that I now train both body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur again.
Really?
You endured so much pain in
Well-
your past. It has made you into who I am today. I reflect on those days often, yet I realize I must face the future if I'm ever truly to step forward. That said, 'tis quite the pleasure to speak so freely with you. I can find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a complete stranger. If we find success in this endeavor and create a country where all can truly be equal, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to the new generation. I will speak not just of tactics, but of all my experience on this journey, my victories and of course my failures too. And in doing so, I would see the Royal Guards elevated to new heights. Well, it's a great plan. I'm on
Yes.
board. Well, should we see a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most can adapt to, much less succeed in, given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. It is hard to believe it's your first foray into such responsibility. Perhaps you have natural talent for it. Though it's call it talent is disservice. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Such praise from our knight are quite an honor. 'Twas you and Gallica that set the cogs of this journey in motion. I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. I have my gratitude. You have my gratitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I just
All right.
Likewise.
All right.
Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics, or was some blunders you could avoid next time? For example, when this piece moves here, you should. And then go on to explain it. She explains the game to me. We got a lot of money for hanging out with her. We're kind of broke right
I
now.
say, we could stop for a break.
Break time, chums. There's something ahead, so we'll stop here.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magma, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magic surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Fancy tree.
Wow.
Oh wow, it's so
That's-
pretty. It's not just the leaves, it's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country whose colors shifted the foretell unusual events in the time ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future, and how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an increased amount of magma here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make there is no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off the magma. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Pulls out a sheet of paper and brush from his pocket and begins to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
How did you get so good at drawing? Oh, my boy, meticulous documentation and the foundation of all good researchers. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take a look as a keepsake. Take it as a keepsake. You're sure I could have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed it all to the safety of my mind. I have no need for scratches, something. The drawing is detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place. A viewer who has never seen.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we can tell her a story about this place. Next time a Grand Crab.
Huh?
Magical organism and form of trees. They aren't fairies in the same classification. Precisely, Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into the fight. What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what matter of anomaly its current color portends. this tree, going, tree.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders. As darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself, the monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Dead Camp. I don't see very many boulders.
All right then. All right then. Go.
Oh, that you lad, just in time. Might help me out a bit. I was about to give the reactor an inspection. Abstruse and convoluted as it is, rest assured, the look won't do you any harm.
Oh-ho!
I just want to be able to increase
Spare a
this
moment?
It looks complex, I know, but any apparatus here is just a collection of small parts, and those individual parts aren't cared for, the whole lot goes kaput. Which is why today we'll be oiling them. Vital business keeps them from rusting and wearing down. Just cover the groove.
Oh,
sweet. That's a trick, lad. Perfectly Dolopid? Oh, that's kind of work that'll make sure you're good.
All right.
Why is this
now
heck?
then.
Yeah, should do it for now. On to the next task. That's a mag.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Flames Day. Oh, we got a nice little cutscene.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
Oh no.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
Combat. Oh shit. Some forerunners.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign!
You guys are fighting.
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Godot, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Didn't seem like they were trying to land fatal shots, just aiming to break the opposing side's dome.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So it is a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Our plan is hinges on winning, family of
That's our plan. If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Vorden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Glodell a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Glodell! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cortland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
Yes.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished. You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the King's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
That I put on.
Freeze! Healer! Let me rethink this. After me! Something I shall vanquish evil. The power of light!
Let justice prevail! Strike me if you dare!
Insolent heathens!
Oh, please! What could you hope to achieve?
Brace yourselves!
He knows we can't attack him.
Let's go!
He's toying with us.
Burn! I knew you'd help.
Trust me.
Witness me, brethren!
I'll destroy you!
Resistance is futile!
Take this!
Only a flesh wound.
What could you hope to achieve?
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
Vitus power!
Behold my
Try not to
power!
worry.
Thank you. For all that we strive for!
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother. Sanctism will reign!
Someone heal her!
I won't hold back! The lightning!
Are you prepared? Are you well?
That helps.
Peasants!
I'm obliged.
I feel like that was
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
Witness me, brethren! Sanctism will reign! Take this!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded.
Take
Someone
this!
heal her.
Don't underestimate me!
Accuracy is lower, but it doesn't matter.
I call upon royal power
Anyone
within!
get on healing duty.
No. Give me your aid!
Go! Thanks. Trust me.
Captain,
Oh,
he's got
power
your
of
defenses
heroes!
This can't be.
Sanctism is supreme!
Sanctism will reign!
Is that all?
Take that!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone heal her.
Come forth, royal soul!
Hulkenberg
No holding back!
Try not to
I knew
worry.
you'd help.
Thank you.
Hulkenberg's
No,
badly
your
down.
This can't Peasants! Sanctism will reign!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone
this.
heal her. Hulkenberg's down.
Take
Get her back
that.
up.
Brace yourselves!
Hulkenberg's down. Someone help her get back in the fight.
Are you well?
Thanks.
Let's go!
Sanctism will reign!
Captain's hurt bad.
Still fight.
Let's get him some
Sanctism
healing.
will reign!
Like this. Someone help him back up.
Here they come.
I call upon royal power within!
Help, please.
Here!
My spirit is unbroken.
Sanctism will reign! Sanctism will reign!
Joel's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Let justice prevail. Shut up!
Hey!
I'm healer!
Hey! Wake up!
Try not to
I'm
worry.
obliged.
Still in a fight here!
Take this!
What can I
Joel's
do?
badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Now you want to die.
Sanctism will reign!
Is that all?
Brace yourselves!
Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
power
Wake
of
up!
heroes!
We're still in a fight here!
Oh, shout of
Hulkenberg gives them right in their weak spot!
No holding back!
Trust me.
Stroll!
Let
take
justice
back your
prevail.
senses!
Witness I call upon royal power
I'm
within!
obliged.
Sanctism will reign! Not aid the
You got
inevitable!
some fancy footwork, Stroll!
Here they come.
Finally, we're able to do some dodging.
Hey!
Night!
Hey!
Freeze!
Wake up! We're still in a fight here!
Healer! Be frozen!
Hit their weak point!
Know
Not
your
Stroll! Hulkenberg got them right in their
Peasants!
weak
I shall
spot!
vanquish evil! Sanctism will reign! What a
Nice
shame!
dodge! You've got some fancy
Now
footwork,
we're done.
Stroll!
That's
For
how we
all
win.
that we strive for!
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked hearts.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism.
But isn't this a duel?
Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ha! I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
Hey! Get down here!
Oh, who's that next to him? Oh, is it that lady?
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for
Stop
my
looking at me
liking.
with those big old
Well,
eyes.
well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shoed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love.
This guy's
You
gooning over
bested
here.
Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
Oh, he was gooning over the ship, not the lady.
Anywhere. You had Caden Workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and
I
no
thought he was
mistake.
gooning over the songstress lady, but
Really
he's
shows
actually
out
gooning
for
over
his
the
elf.
Forerunner.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really?
She's
No
the one
one else
gooning.
wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of Scroop, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Stop looking at me with those big ol' eyes.
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
It's Luis. He has a dog. He has a couple
Luis.
dogs.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady June is safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
Hector, hell yeah.
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then. That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests, and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Tis safe in the Gauntlet
Ah! Oh, damn it! Blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
This is when we get our gunner.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you too. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany. Like when I saw the Lost Relic.
Lost Relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet. There was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The Lost Relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Yeah, I should look into the Camaro when we get to.
This one's important.
Oh, we didn't shake his hand.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Water's Day.
Oh.
Oh, I gotta actually read this. Liberated, I do believe I take offense to that. The Fairy Girl's right, you know, the carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I am grateful that it's just hard to show it while I'm on the verge of losing your lunch. And I pray that we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday. Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with with Bardon, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Bardon awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gamble was the right move.
It will be. Man, this place looks like Transylvania.
'Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased.
Oh, lady?
Your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
All fights have casualties.
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name.
She has no...
Unforgivable.
She has no
Captain,
poker face.
are you sure we can trust these strangers? These burning borders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality.
Ain't gonna lie, it looks pretty good.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Larval innards.
'Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. The rich flavor bursting in my mouth is surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man.
Gusto.
Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira. Oh,
Rival Gauntlet
I
Runner,
smell
Major
trouble.
candidate Gauntlet Runner seems to be here.
And there's a campground. Oh, I smell trouble. Here's where we are now. Let's...
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man.
Young man.
Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig it.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honorable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save. I gotta take a power bit, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I also have something in my teeth, so I gotta floss it out.
What now?
So I can take a quick power break, and I'll be right back.
back, boys. Let's get back into the news.
Aye.
Pleasure to see you.
All the cuisine here is delicious to the last meal, which is the offensive would be more damning if we all heard it's true. Hunting him down will be a trial indeed. To expel from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood would be not surprised if there's a man given into despair.
All right then.
Got a moment?
Finally free of those tiny runner bunks to sleep in an inn is nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it? As long as I can sleep, it doesn't matter.
Right?
I can see the monsters out there when we were camping on the runner, so a rest is a little easier in an inn. I wish Norris would come inside with us, but I suppose if the runner is a castle, then he is its king.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out.
Oh, beautiful weather. I think I might have overslept.
Hold on.
Where is
Let's hurry.
everyone? They all went ahead to the castle ahead of us. Apparently, we can get there by climbing the stairs and Stairstone Market.
More people missing.
Now, where was I?
Academia.
Well, well.
Since president of a new archetype might see them if you'd mind to show.
Welcome.
They locked the merchant.
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting.
Of course.
Anxiety into strength. The poor society within the shadows of Loin, I shall bestow upon thee a soul.
Really? Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Chance of winning a small sum of money each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overwhelmed combat. Deals weak physical mighty damage to one enemy. High critical chance, but it costs 500 money per hit. Seems like a good guy to level up, though. What is this here? All reset. Bruise nearly all beneficial effects from all enemies. Low hit rate, but all hits deal physical damage. Almighty damage. Cost money. Interesting.
Oh. You'll come. More people missing.
I'm debating if I want to get off, and I'm kind of tired. Even with the energy drink's power. Still feeling a bit sleepy in it. Yeah.
What now?
Save.
What now?
Yeah, I'm not really feeling the stream right now. Plus, looking at it, I might have to go to bed early. I might have a little bit of a work opportunity. I'm on call for my one job that I have. And they just texted me saying they might need me, so I think I might have to get off early. But I'll probably be streaming it tomorrow, depending on how I feel. I might take a couple days off, but I want to play this game. It's hard to, stream game and also, want to play game. So, but I'm kind of bored. I'm tired. So, good stream though. Good game. A little bit of story progression today. But yeah, thank you all for coming. And until next time, I'll see you then. Farewell.